Hi there, it's Liz Hoppy, and in this video, we're going to talk about labels in your Gmail. Labels are a really good way to help you organize. Let's get an idea for how they work. They're similar to putting an email in a folder, but the beauty of labels is you can have more than one label on an email. The benefit of using labels is it makes emails really easy to find. In this example, I have two labels right here, Google Classroom and Whinimi. There are two buttons in your toolbar that are going to help you with labels. When you've clicked on an email, up at the top, this is going to move an email to a label, and this is just going to add the label and keep it in the inbox. You'll notice, see how there's that label that says inbox right there? When you add labels to an email, they'll all show right along the top of your email. We'll talk more about that in a second. I want you to take a look at this screen. You see that I have the Whinimi label. I've clicked on it. That sorts my email. So all the emails I see are the ones that have the Whinimi tag on them. Notice also, there's my Whinimi tag at the top of the email. So let's talk about how to add a label. In this case, if I had an email that I wanted to take out of the inbox and just move it to a label to store it, I would choose move. If I wanted to just add the label, but keep it in my inbox so I still see it, I would choose add. In either case, whichever button you click, you're going to get a pop-up that looks kind of like this. And you can choose the label and click on it. If you notice at the bottom, you can create a new label for an email. And then it'll add that label to that list at the top of the email. Notice there's an X right next to inbox. Inbox is technically a label. All of your mail is in all mail. If you want to archive it and take it out of your inbox, you would just click that X to remove that label. And the same is true of any other label you might have on an email. You can just click the X to remove the label. Super easy. So let's talk about some possible labels you might want to use for your emails. You might want a label that says student, and any email you get from student, you can just pop that student label on it. If you notice emails from a student's family and you want to add the family label, or maybe you want to label your emails that are personal, that aren't work related, but are coming to your work account, put those in a personal label to get them out of your inbox and make it easier to search label later. You could also have a label that says principal. Any emails you get from your principal, if you need to save them, you can put a label on them. I have a label that says distance learning info. And when I've gotten emails from district administration talking about distance learning details and information, I move it to that distance learning info. And now whenever I need to see what was that latest plan, I can just go to the distance learning label and see. You might want to label this as do this. When you get an email that's telling you something that is required that you need to turn in, you could put the do this label. And then when you have time, click on your do this and see all the emails that have things that you need to do and start doing those things. You could have a label called account info. Whenever you get an email that gives you some account info, put it in there. That way, when you need that info, you can just search in that label. Okay. Maybe meetings, maybe agendas. There are all kinds of labels you could use so that when you need an email, you could just go to that label and see. So those are some ways you can add labels to emails. Now, this gets leveled up once you create a filter and start labeling emails automatically. So watch the next video, which is going to be about filtering. Hope that helps your emails stay organized.